vote on abortion, though, would it be a free vote for your caucus or a whipped vote?
That is an issue that I've committed in my, well, it is a tough one, because one of the things that's a strength of the Liberal Party is that we draw in voices from right across the country and on a range of perspectives. You know, we have Liberals who are economically very far to the right. We have others who are economically more to the left. We have people who have a whole gamut of positions, and that's been one of the strengths of the Liberal Party, that we have strong voices for all sorts of different communities. But as a party, we are steadfast in our belief and our position, and certainly our positions as government, is that it is not for any government to legislate what a woman chooses to do with her body, and that is the bottom line there. I have made it clear that future candidates need to be completely understanding that they will be expected to vote pro-choice on any bills. The existing MPs who have been grandfathered in to a certain extent will be respected to a certain extent in their choices, but our position as a party is we do not reopen that debate. That is part of the screening process. That's part of the green light process.
So you ask people when they want to run, like on this issue, are you pro-choice?
We check on a number of issues. How do you feel about the Charter of Rights and Freedoms? How do you feel about same-sex marriage? How do you feel about pro-choice? Where are you on that? And we make sure that the people who are stepping forward are consistent with the Liberal Party as it is now, as it stands under my leadership and under the feedback we're getting from Canadians across the country.
But you would have had a problem with the last caucus, like Dan McTagg. There was a lot of.
Well, forget the last caucus right now. So what does Mr. McKay do exactly? Does he not show up for a vote? Or you're saying he can't present a private member's bill that has to do with abortion?
Any caucus member engages with the caucus of which they are part when they put forward private members' bills, when they put forward issues. We have discussions around complex issues in caucus. That's what caucus discussions are for. That's what being part of a team is for. Mr. McKay is deeply rooted in his beliefs, and I respect that. But I also know that moving forward, the party that we're building is, and that we're continuing to build as we form government, will be resolutely pro-choice.
But he can run again, though.
He is already nominated to run again.
Grandfathered in, but in terms of voting, do you let him vote freely, or do you tell him not to come?
We will see what happens when, and you will see what happens when that issue comes up. My preference is that we not be engaging in the discussion of abortions. For me, it's a debate that has been settled for the vast majority of Canadians, and we don't need to reopen that issue. Je ne vais pas répondre à un hypothétique comme ça.
When the Liberal Party, the Liberal Party's obviously evolved on this issue. I mean, it used to be that it was always a matter of a free vote. It was a conscience issue, and you had people on both sides of the equation. When did this evolve, in your view, into a pro-choice party?
Perhaps when they chose a resolutely pro-choice leader. With over 80% of the support of militants, of memberships.